Hello and welcome, dear electronic music addicts, to another episode of the EMA podcast. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging right into the very pulse of the electronic music world. We've got some really fascinating stories lined up. We'll be looking at electrifying returns, some pretty surprising comebacks, and, well, incredible resilience when things go wrong. Our mission to really unpack what all this means for the scene, its future, and most importantly for you, the dedicated fan. We're going beyond just the headlines here.
That's right. And the stories we've gathered, they aren't just news items. They really show the dynamic, passionate heart of electronic music. They highlight its power to move us, to unite us, and to keep pushing forward. It shows this community really thrives on innovation and just pure dedication.
Okay, let's kick things off with some seriously exciting news. A huge name in techno right now is making a massive return to Mexico City. Get ready, because Indira Paganotto is hitting Mexican soil again this November 7th. The word is her set will be completely hypnotic and full of energy. Sounds unmissable.
Absolutely. For anyone who hasn't had the chance to experience her live yet, Indira Paganotto is this amazing Spanish DJ and producer. She's been taking over major global stages. Her sound, she calls it psytechno. It's really cool. Fusion, think deep techno beats, but with these swirling kind of psychedelic rhythms and this undeniable groove. It's described as a total sensory experience. It's dark, intense, but also somehow charged with light and spirituality. It's quite unique.
And this time she's being brought back by Rebels MX, right? That collective that's been making waves in the city's underground scene. The venue is Sala Urbana, which apparently is fast becoming a new epicenter electronic culture in CDMX.
Yeah, Sala Urbana is really picking up steam. And what's fascinating here, connecting the dots for you, is the date. November 7th. That's just one day before a State of Trance lands in Mexico City over at the Olympic Velodrome.
Oh, wow. So it's like a perfect pre-party.
Exactly. Especially since ASOT itself has been, embracing more techno sounds recently. It fits surprisingly well. Plus, there's already a connection there. India and Armin van Buuren actually collaborated on a track called Dragon.
Right. I remember that track.
Yeah.
The synergy is definitely there. Okay, so expectations for the night. We're talking top-notch production, amazing sound, and just a floor packed with people ready to lose themselves, right? I mean, she's played Awakenings, Tomorrowland, Time Warp. Her reputation kind of speaks for itself. Just a heads up for everyone listening, tickets are up on Belisha now, and apparently they're flying, like seriously fast.
Yeah, no surprise there.
So the advice is grab them quickly. This could easily sell out in days.
Definitely. And look, if this is your first time catching Indira Paganotto, just prepare yourself. It might actually change how you think about techno. Her selections are, technically brilliant, but also just full of passion, a bit of a mystery. It's like a spiritual journey that connects with the deepest part of being. It's powerful stuff.
Okay, got it. So November 7th, Sala Urbana, Indira Paganotto in CDMX. Techno heads, you know what to do. All right, sticking with the theme of returns, let's shift gears to a comeback that honestly took a lot of people by surprise, like major surprise. Tiesto, yes, that Tiesto, is returning once more to his trance roots for an exclusive set at Dreamstate SoCal 2025.
Whoa. Yeah, this is huge. And it's more than just, a throwback. Tiesto, the legendary Dutch producer. I mean, he basically defined trance for a generation in the 2000s. He was key to that uplifting, progressive sound.
The soaring melodies, the big build-ups.
Exactly. So him donning the trance wizard suit again, as they say, it's massive for so many fans. It really speaks to the lasting power of that era.
So the event details. Dreamstate SoCal 2025. It's happening November 21st and 22nd. And the venue is the Queen Mary Waterfront in Long Beach, California. Nice spot.
It is. And interestingly, this isn't actually his first trance set this year. Remember EDC Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah, the Quan Valley stage. That set was legendary.
Totally. He dropped classics like Adagio for strings, Traffic, Flight 643. It was a proper nostalgic journey. So this Dreamstate announcement, it just created this huge wave of enthusiasm because, let's be honest, after his shift to more commercial stuff...
Few thought we'd actually see him back in the trance world again.
Exactly. So huge credit to Dreamstate for making this happen. They're bringing back the Tiesto who marked an era.
I mean, Tiesto's legacy in trance is just undeniable. First DJ at the Olympics, Athens 2004.
Right. Groundbreaking.
And those albums, in my memory, just be elements of life. They're absolute cornerstones of the genre.
They really are. And seeing him revisit that for longtime fans, it's honestly a dream come true.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds us why we fell in love with this music in the first place, doesn't it? That ability to just transport you, connect with deep emotions.
Totally, that feeling.
And Tiesto was a master architect of that whole emotional universe we call trance.
Absolutely. And Dreamstate SoCal 2025, I mean, the lineup was already stacked even before this. You've got Paul Van Dyke, Giuseppe Ottaviani, Chicane, Asterix,
Yellian Fila, John O'Callaghan, Brian Kearney,
Ferry Corsten, Darren Tate, Will Atkinson, Vinny Vici.
It's insane.
Seriously strong lineup.
And we don't know yet if he'll play under an alias or just as Tiesto, but it's definitely going to be 100% focused on that trance legacy.
That's the key takeaway.
So yeah, mark the calendars again. Dreamstate SoCal 2025, November 21st and 22nd. Tiesto playing trance. Pretty historic stuff for the genre this year. Okay, so we've had electrifying returns, legendary comebacks, but now let's shift to a story that's a bit more sobering, but ultimately really inspiring. It's about resilience in the face of, well, disaster. We're talking about the Tomorrowland main stage fire back on July 16th. This happened just hours before the official start of Tomorrowland 2025. Just imagine. Yeah, it was pretty shocking. The iconic main stage there in Boom, Belgium, which is, the absolute heart of the festival. It was engulfed in flames, apparently due to a pyrotechnics accident during the final setup stages.
And this is a festival expecting over 400,000 people across 2 weekends. The scale is immense.
Huge, but the most important thing first. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. That's crucial.
Thank goodness for that.
The emergency crews were incredibly quick, got the fire under control, but yeah, the main stage, the centerpiece, was completely destroyed.
Wow. The news spread like wildfire, obviously. And everyone feared the worst, right? Cancellation seemed almost inevitable.
You'd think so. But then, in this just incredible demonstration of resilience, the Tomorrowland team came out and said, nope, the show goes on. They promised to build an alternative main stage in record time, less than 48 hours.
Less than 48 hours. That sounds impossible.
It was an enormous challenge, completely against the odds, but they did it.
Unbelievable.
Tomorrowland opened its doors on July 18th, right on schedule, with this improvised but functional stage. It just proved that the festival spirit is way bigger than just the structures.
Wow. How did they even manage that?
Well, here's the kicker. There was this amazing, unexpected show of solidarity. Get this. Metallica's technical team.
Wait, Metallica? The metal band?
The very same. They were nearby or had equipment available from their worldwide tour, and they basically jumped in, used parts of their stage setup to help Tomorrowland build the new structure.
That is incredible. Metal helping out EDM. You'd love to see it.
Isn't that something? Real cross-genre support.
And think about the human side. The campers arriving while this was all unfolding. The uncertainty and anxiety must have been intense.
Oh, absolutely. But reports say the organizers were really transparent, kept everyone informed, and the attendees, they kept their spirits up. They were even cheering and applauding the crews working around the clock to build the new stage. A really well-deserved recognition for those workers.
That gives you chills. It shows the heart of the community.
Definitely. And the official responses were positive too. The mayor of Boom backed the decision to continue, praised the emergency services and the Tomorrowland team. There's an investigation ongoing into the exact cause, of course, but currently no suspicion of anything criminal.
This whole incident, it's a stark reminder, isn't it? How vulnerable even the biggest, most polished events can be.
It really is.
But maybe even more than that. It just shines a massive spotlight on the passion and commitment of this whole community. Faced with chaos, they just chose to keep dancing.
It's a powerful statement, and it does raise a pretty important question moving forward, for festivals everywhere.
Oh, safety, right? Especially pyrotechnics.
Exactly. Will festivals need to rethink pyro entirely? Maybe shift more towards drone shows or other tech, or if they keep using pyrotechnics, how much further do safety protocols need to be reinforced?
Yeah.
That's something organizers worldwide are going to have to think very, very carefully about, especially as these events just keep getting bigger and more complex.
Oh, definitely food for thought. Wow, what a set of stories today. From Indira's hypnotic techno return to Tiesto's trance comeback, and then the sheer resilience shown at Tomorrowland.
It really covers the spectrum, doesn't it? And understanding these events, I think it gives you real insight into the power this music holds and just how dedicated the artists and fans truly are. It shapes where things are headed.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Electronic Music Addicts podcast. Don't forget to follow us for more information and analysis about the world of electronic music. See you soon. And remember, turn the world into a dance floor.